And I mean, Victorious, all right, man. What it did was, it just like, it's much, it's like symbolism. You feel me? It's more a more accurate representation or perspective of, in a world where I would have had opportunity to be able to do things the way, everybody else could if I had the necessary resources and everything. And in reality, it would have been something even different than Victorious. You feel me? But I'm just saying that's how far away I was from the things that I was being, framed in, boxed in. You feel me? I mean, only the stuff that was being used to intentionally destroy my legacy. You feel me? It's like that. I mean, it's just like a defensive thing. It's not for everything, but it's just for that which, was being used to destroy my legacy on purpose. That, from a premeditated agenda. And you see it was like a multifaceted deal, you know what I'm saying? Because it's even been entire societies and cultures that was like actually heightened, just for the purpose of filling in my spots and stuff like that, aspects of different society. So, I mean, it was a thorough thing, I talked about this, last year, I want to say, that, even some people being used without their knowledge and against their will, to be able to facilitate this premeditated thing that was on my legacy, life, and everything in advance. You feel me? In advance. So I mean, but that's pretty much what Victorious was. Like, it's not, considering the circumstances that I was in, all this time for to be 8 years next year, you feel me? It's perspective. I mean, it's a lot more accurate, but it's still, it's more accurate than, false perspectives and narratives that were being used to destroy my life with, or my legacy with, as an artist. And that's there for that, But I mean, on this timeline, I'm an author though, and I barely made it through because of what happened to me. It's not because I didn't have the talent or the originality. It's not because, I didn't have the ethic, and the energy. It just was a matter of something that was pre-planned already before my time. You know what I'm saying? It was a situation that, somebody weighed out the cons and determined, the pros and cons that determined that my legacy wasn't as important, but that was only because they didn't understand what it all, what it was all about. You feel me? They didn't really have a clear understanding on everything that I had to offer the world as an influence, for God. You know what I'm saying? They knew from the reference points of what they had already, like some people had already accepted as being, this spot or this bracket. You feel me? Only thing they really had was as a reference for that was that, because of how through the decades society had drifted drifted so far from God that it didn't really understand, it's like it became more of a tradition than a reality. You feel me? That's like what the Bible and the scripture things became. More of a tradition than a reality, over a prolonged period of time, even times before my time, But that's what the situation was, man. So, I mean, all this time, sabotaging, there was a purpose behind it. There was a method to all of the madness, you feel me? And it was a end game intention, for it all. So it was never a point where anything was isolated. It's been an attack, man, a hunting of me, you know what I mean? Because one thing I could not change was, my appearance, you feel me? I mean, that's one thing that I can't change. And I never felt the need to have to. And I didn't understand the reality of, these kinds of things, you feel me? Until I got older, I didn't have a full understanding of what was, available to me and what wasn't, because of, sometimes the things you can't control. But my situation, though, man, I was worth a whole lot more money. Some people thought I was worth a whole lot more, not existing. You know what I'm saying? And I was worth a lot not existing. But at what cost? Because, all I was coming with was the message of the cross, and of God. So, I got pretty much, not entirely disadvantaged, but yeah, man, that's reality, though, as I know it. Yeah, but victorious mean a lot, though, man. It's like I look at anybody who get in heaven is victorious. Anybody who stand for something that matters, and or be successful at something that has meaning to them, or attain success and achieve things, after going through a storm and a lot of hard times and difficulties in their life and in their journey. Everybody everybody got their own story, and this story, this is mine. You feel me? This is my life. Straight and narrow. As the Lord is my witness, it's only the Lord who is victorious. He invented. So that says a lot more, man. The Lord invented the concept of victorious, And so, life as I know it. But whoever perceive the truth have to be open to accept it and receive it. It ain't no use. It ain't no. There's no place for it in them,